Okay, I know I said I was gonna put a video up tonight, but whoop-de-doo. See, it's nighttime. I've got hurry because this probably ain't gonna be going to right after midnight. I'm sorry, but I've done been trying this repeatedly. But it's bugging me, so I gotta get up here. It's a theory about midoriya of My Hero Academia. Okay, theory is, what is Midoriya's secret quirk? And has it shown itself? And yes, I believe he does, and yes, I believe it has. Now, this is because of one of the most recent chapters, if not the most recent still. Either way, it might not be a very recent one later by the time anyone watches this, but whoop-de-doo. Anyway, it's about Midoriya and burning his bed and destroying part of his room. Well, to put it simply, his body's always shown some resistance to heat. At least as far as I can tell. Think about it, Bakugo blew at him, and expected him to counteract to his strength enhancement. Because he knew about his strength enhancement, how it could blow things back. And he knew how Deku thought. He knew that Deku would think something like that. But Deku didn't do it. It was shocked, and that's why he got the face like that, because he saw how far he was going to go to win. And, to be a hero and everything. And also that he, just straight up did not expect him to, do something like that. But I don't think he noticed how much his body resisted the heat. And would notice, really. Because he didn't get a scar from it, because an explosion like that, I'm sorry, with the amount of heat and crap he produced, should have scarred him, or at least, screwed him up a little. Which you could say, Blade healed him without having to do surgery, so it didn't scar him. Possible, but whoop-de-doo. But I still believe that he has some resistance to heat. But, that might mean that his hands and everything, it mainly transfers to his hands, but his entire body has to have resistance to heat, because he's going to be getting hot as fuck, blowing that fire out of his hands. And yes, I believe that's what his quirk is. Blowing fire out of his hands. Maybe not really blowing it far at all, or maybe not blowing it all right now. Anyway, and what I believe forced it to come out, or help jumpstart, is him probably healing repeatedly and his body getting more and more resistant to heat, and all for one. Between that, see, when I say all for one, I mean all for one was like the jumper. And the healing was the cell trying to activate. Like the battery itself, the outside battery. And when you jumpstart a battery, you're basically restoring a cell. And that's what his quirk was, basically a cell, because, his quirk in dormant state. Now, I say battery, I mean the exterior part that reaches the cell and everything else, and starts trying to jump it. Anyway, sorry for all that moving. Anyway, so this is caused to, possibly him start bringing out. More he's brought out, more it gets, just he can constantly use 20%, that his body constantly, giving out every time he used it. He's had more exposure to the power. So his body's gotten more and more used to it. Well, gotten more and more jumps, so yeah. Now, when you take out the battery, you're like, oh no. I'm like, oh well, that could be useful. Because if you constantly consider the battery itself delivering it, whoop-de-doo, that's just cutting out one thing. You don't gotta have her as that part of the metaphor. Because it could just be Deku's power as the battery, entire battery, the cell and everything, and the jumper that's jumping it off, it jumping, the battery to like a vehicle or something, to be one fall. It really doesn't matter. Maybe it was just a boost that healing was doing. Whatever, however you want to metaphorize it. I don't care. But anyway, yeah, hit between that. And now I believe how he burnt the bear. Well, as he was using it, his hands heated up. Sort of heat up enough to cause some, right about where it started to burn. And the friction of him moving probably caused it to burn real quick. He probably caught his hands on fire just a little bit. And the friction helped burn it even quick. Just helped get it across real quick. Now, I believe it stopped. The reason it stopped so immediately is due to the dang, force he hit the bed, the impact, the wind. It was so strong, it literally smothered the fire under its wind, which is what fire has to have. But too thick of it will kill it. Which snuffed out, just like too much oxygen compacted will kill us. Have you seen what happens if you try to breathe in too much oxygen? You die. At least the first thing at a time. It's basically trying to compact air. It'll basically cause you, if you actually, let's say you forced a whole bunch of air in your lungs too much. You would literally, and your lungs couldn't hold it. But somehow they forced it down, or you forced it down. Maybe it's getting too down there and they closed off your esophagus or lungs and that's everything. Before it can even process it, more than likely, his lungs will explode. Your lungs could explode. Now, yes, very gruesome. So that's pretty much about that. What I'm saying is, the air is what smothered the fire so quickly. And now I think when he slammed, his whole body activated. That's why his room, or at least his upper arms, probably just his arms or hands did it. And when he did that, maybe just one hand activated. Maybe his right hand. But either way, it doesn't really matter because when he did it, he might have flicked or just flopped his hand in his sleep doing that. And he destroyed the entire bed and destroyed part of the walls from a little flick. So that is understandable to happen. Or just a little slap with his hand. Which would make more sense if he's using a small percentage, which is like 20%. He's held a hand slapped the thing and destroyed the entire room. Or just a couple fingers or so. It all depends. Anyway, so yeah. That's why I believe it came out. Now, if you like this video, you think maybe I could improve in future videos about this. Or if you just like to, if you think it's funny how sucky I am at this and all that, go and subscribe to laugh at my butt some more. Because trust me, I'm not quitting. Okay, and either you watch it or not, I won't quit. Not until I run out of ideas, and that's just me, I'll just have to prolong them. Now, like I said, though, tomorrow will be a Steven Universe video. If you watch my third video, then you'll know this. It'll be my last video for a week. I'll start sending them out once a week. But tomorrow will be about Steven's shield. About the shield that Rose Quartz once used. Other name that she's known by is Pink Diamond. One of the 4 diamonds. One of the perfects. Anyway, so if you think I might have potential in my theories, please like and subscribe. Or if you don't see any improvement, just like and subscribe. And share maybe to see, so you can monitor me over time and tell me if I'm getting better. And if you don't think I'm getting better within the next, couple weeks to a month or so, go ahead and just unsubscribe. Because I'm planning on starting this coming week. I'm going to go ahead and actually start seeing about, if I can find I'll try to figure out more about, maybe I'll start writing a script. Because right now I'm just going up verbal. I constantly try this until I finally get it. So, like and subscribe. See you next time. If you do it, comment if you got any opinions. And see you later, alligator.